Hello, today we're going to be working on this very wearable and pretty ombre eye effect. First, as always, prime your eyelid. I am using a nude color base underneath and on top to cancel out any discoloration and prepare for eyeshadow. As our first transitional color, I am going to take a fluffy brush with soft brown, which is a very natural warm brown, and I'm going to apply this back and forth on the general crease area. This application is very soft and not concentrated at all. As my second transitional color, I picked out this mauve shade, and what I'm doing is, even though I am using that same fluffy brush, I am pressing more into the eye socket, creating a more precise application of color. What we're doing here is we're going to layer 4 different colors so that our blending is really easy and effortless. Next, I'm taking a stiff tone brush, and this is a medium glowy gorgeous purple, and I'm going to be applying this on the outer 2/3 of my eye with this kind of smaller and more precise brush, pressing into the eye socket and putting it on the outer part. Just going back and forth, making sure that it's blended properly. Next, I'm taking this matte darker purple eyeshadow, and I'm going in with a more tapered eyeshadow brush. As you can see, the darker the color gets, the smaller the brush gets, and the application gets more precise. And we're going to be applying this on the outer 1/3 of the eye, creating that outer V. And then I'm taking that stiff tone brush that I used just a minute ago, and I'm blending back and forth that color to make sure that it's blended perfectly and that there's no harsh lines. Next, what I'm going to do is, for my lid color, I'm going to take this very warm champagne beautiful color, and I'm going to be applying it on the ball of my eye and in the inner portion. You could also start with your lid color and then work on your crease. It's personal preference. This is how I usually do it. So I'm going back and forth, patting it in place to make sure that I have a really opaque, good color payoff of this beautiful champagne color. Next, I am going with a white gel liner. You could also use a white eyeliner just as easily, or a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. It's personal preference. I just felt like using this today. And I'm going in with a flat little brush. I am going to apply this white eyeliner on the first half of my eye. And it looks kind of crazy because I have a ton of lower lash line eyelashes. So they're kind of gonna look white for a minute until I put eyeliner and mascara, but don't worry, it will work out. And I also put it following my tear duct. For our ombre effect, the first color that I'm going to use, it's a very beautiful light lavender shade, and I'm going to put this in the first third of my eye, but not in the inner corner. Now, for the second half of the eye, I'm going to line it with this darker purple. This is like a shadow stick. You could also use just a purple eyeliner, and I'm extending the line up past my eye. This is gonna lift the eye and also meet the wing liner that I'm gonna do later on. For the middle color in the ombre effect, I am taking this medium purple and blending between the lavender and the outer portion of the eye, just going back and forth. And for the very outer portion of the eye where that wing extends out, I am taking the darkest purple that we used on the outer corner of the eye. Now that I'm done with all the dark eyeshadows, I went ahead and cleaned underneath my eye with a makeup remover wipe, and I wiped off the brush so I could use it again. This is a pigment that's duochrome. What that means is that even though it looks white on the pan, it reflects violet. So when I put it on my inner corner next to all those purple shades, it will reflect kind of this violet color in certain lighting. And I'm packing it on around my tear duct. You want to make sure not to be shy and pack on, if you're using a white eyeshadow or some sort of duochrome pigment, you want to make sure to pack it on so that the effect is really beautiful. It's going to look odd until you line your waterline with the black and you do your black eyeliner. I did mine as a wing liner because that's what I enjoy. Here I'm going to show you really quick what I used on the rest of my face. I used a very neutral bronzy blush that gives me the aspect of more contoured cheeks, and I just applied that as a regular blush application, And then I chose to keep this look more wearable by doing a natural lip color, not necessarily nude, but something very close to my natural lip color. So first I lined with this lip liner, and then I went with a Revlon lip butter in Peach Parfait, and I went around my lips with this color. And this is gonna give us a little bit of color and keep our lips looking really moist, but at the same time looking really natural. I went back and forth with my finger to make sure that the lip liner and the lip butter were perfectly blended, because I really want a natural look for the rest of my face to keep everything very wearable. And that's it. It's a very simple look. I hope you enjoy it and try it out. You could also do it with shades of blue or green. It would look stunning and it would be beautiful on any eye color. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you give it a try. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.